Hello again. Let's talk about personality. The view in yoga is that your soul expressing through you, that is your true personality coming through. That we tend to concoct a personality with ego and trying to please people and get our way with others. So the normal thing we call personality is a fraud. It's not really us. It's not really our soul, our essence coming through. And today, these are just some hints at how to let your soul come through you more easily and discover the maturation, the emergence of your true self becoming known to you as well as others and coming through. And you get a sense of not being in conflict within or not being a fraud. You just sense your soul and you relate from your soul, and there's harmony. There's no blockage. So, for what it's worth, here are some suggestions from yoga and metaphysics about finding and living in your true personality. Doesn't that sound important? People now and then say, oh, he's a fraud or he's a fake, because they can sense the person is not fully expressing their essence. They're using personality to connive and accomplish and manipulate rather than being themselves. So, that said, this is the case both in yoga, that we have this view, and in metaphysics and in mysticism. All of those great areas say, go beyond your personality, find your soul, abide in your soul, express from your soul. And you'll be an enlightened person, and you'll be a blessing to humanity. I looked up the word personality for what it's worth. Your personal identity. This is a definition that doesn't fit what we say in yoga, metaphysics, and mysticism, but it's a general term from which we can talk to one another. It's from the dictionary. Personal identity, individuality, habitual pattern and qualities of behaving, distinctive individual qualities and characteristics seen as being distinctive. So that's fine. Personality. Now, several approaches to the personality occur as you discover you're distinct from your outer self. As you discover you're not your mind, you use your mind, and one day you discover you're not your ego. You have a sense of ego, but it doesn't do the job. Your ego is not you. It's what you have projected for years to your parents and your teachers and your friends. It's just a formed personality that doesn't have reference to your essence, to your true self, your soul. So, yoga and metaphysics urge us to express from deeper within ourselves. Strive, when you live, to sense your soul and express from your soul, if you won't get into trouble. Be practical. Your soul isn't saying, what should we say? Go from whatever your inner feelings are and express them and insult people or hurt people or confuse people. We're saying, as a result of development, shedding tension and turbulence, this is all going to happen in a very beautiful way. Don't just tomorrow express your thoughts and feelings. That's not your soul coming through. That's your subconscious coming through. Express from deeper within. Your soul expression is your true personality. To do this, you could sense the source of life, source of your life, and express from sensing life. The life and consciousness in me. I'm going to try to express from there, from life, from consciousness, without doing all the old acts I did with my personality in yesteryear. Here's another help. It's good guidance. Right back of you and me and within us, there is a unique individualization of the infinite Spirit. Spirit has focalized to give you life. Right back of you and me and within us, there is a unique individualization of the infinite Spirit. Be aware of that. Practice that attitude as you relate to others. This thing called life is the true personality. Just speak from life. Try to get back to your essence. You have life. Sense life as you express. Life. Also, there is a flowing into each of us. The infinite Spirit is expressing as you. There's a flowing into each of us a unique presentation of the infinite self, and it's expressing itself as you. Have that in mind as you relate to other people. You'll find it's easier to be you. You're more truly centering in yourself, your essence. Metaphysicians and yogis, depending on the kind of yoga, there is but one power, life, mind, soul, and spirit. There is but one power, one life, one mind, one soul, one spirit. Strive to sense that as you relate to people, as you do things, as you share in activities. There is one life. That life is God. God gives you life, sustains your life. Sense that as you express yourself. That life is God. That life is my life. That life is incarnated as you and me. There is in us that cosmic one life, one law, the one life that animates everything, the one love that governs everything. Relate from there. Knowing the law of being, prosper in everything. That's a metaphysical observation. Knowing the law of being, prosper in everything. You're attuned to Spirit and God, creating the universe and creating your life, expressing your life. Accept the divine pattern. That's what Ernest Holmes emphasized. What is the pattern by which Spirit is expressing itself? Sense your life and sense the pattern of Spirit expressing itself. Sense the pattern, whatever that means. You'll discover it in your own way. There is one life. It is our life. There is no other life. There never was. Sense this life within you. Let it express. Accept this life within you. Permit it to appear at the surface. Think of it as knowing what it's doing. We may have the ego get in the way now and then and goof things up. That's human. Just sense the infinite Spirit is expressing as me. You'll get self-esteem, self-assurance, confidence, more success in being at peace and being in harmony and expressing beautifully here in this world. So expect good things to come from deep within. The awakened life is a continual descent of Spirit, Spirit expressing itself. The infinite Spirit, descent coming down through you. The idea of down is when we go up in meditation, that's called an ascent. And then when we come down, or when Spirit comes down, that's called the descent. So when we're talking about up and down, we're talking about modes of yoga and modes of prayer and modes of meditation. Our consciousness does tend to go up our nervous system, above the head. And then there's this descent of spiritual awareness that comes down. So That's why we're talking about up and down there. The awakened life is a continual descent of spirit. As Christ said, I am come, that you may have life and have it more abundantly. Why do we create? Unless we're creative, we die. The creativity of God is coming through us. There's an irresistible drive to express life. Let it express. Instead of complaining or being unhappy with life or blocking life, saying, don't express through me today. Are you willing to accept life from deep within you? Permit it to express itself as your personality, as you. Some thoughts from metaphysicians and yogis about your personality, and may your personality be true and bless the rest of us.